Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 3, back again to do another route. And this time we're moving on alphabetically because last time was the Arosa line and that starts with Arosa. This time we're moving on to Boston Sprinter because that starts with Boston. We're going to be doing some training in one of the trains that comes with the Boston Sprinter. We'll be doing a 4-line run in the train that comes with the Boston Sprinter. We'll also be then taking the wrong train onto the line because that's a thing that we do now, it would seem. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're thinking, what's going on? This is normal, by the way. If you are watching this on YouTube, then hello. I waved at my screen then, that's slightly concerning. This going out on Train Sim World Saturday for now. There is going to be a change coming in the new year. On a Monday, something. On a Wednesday, some Train Sim Classic. And on a Friday, one of the Twitch streams that we do from the previous week. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get this route for Train Sim World 3. There'll be a link down there to the Discord server. No, yes, there will be. There'll be a link down there to the Discord server. There'll also be a link down there to the Twitchy page where you can watch me live on the Twitchy. Good morning to AB. So yeah, we're going to go to a training centre. And as the astute among you may notice, I've got some new trains. Those will be coming up over the next few weeks. We've got the Class 20, the Class 31, the FJCJP. I think there should be some more down here somewhere that I haven't even used yet. There should have been some more. Oh, maybe not. There we go. There are new trains. Anyway, so we want the CTC thing. CTC 3 cab. That's what we want. We'll do the training in that. On the Boston Sprinter, we will jump straight in. High Artful. So yeah. Training in this. 4-line run in this. Then a 4-line run going the other way in the 166. And then we'll see what happens.
Welcome to driver training. Today you will be taken through the operation of a CTC-3 cab car in MBTA livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard to get started. Take a seat in the engineer's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm just going to close the door first, otherwise, you know, wild deer might jump on when I'm travelling along. We'll open a window. Let's open a window. Just because, although it's cold out there.
The cab car is powered by the F40PH-3C, and we will need to set it to be the active driving end.
So this is the one where you've got the trains at the back, basically. The engine's at the back. So we've got to specify that we're driving it from this end. Okay, reverser into neutral.
To make sure we can be seen, we'll need to set the lights.
Okay, lights to the dim. Yep, there we go. Cut valve to passenger.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Yep, looks good to me. So if we go down the other end, we've got an engine. So passengers are loading. We've got a horn. We'll turn the hissing down. That'll stop when we release the brake. Crispy. Hi, Len. There we go. Right. Hissing stopped. That's something, because that was quite hissy. Locking doors.
This cab features an in-cab signaling system. Upcoming speed limits will be displayed on the ATC panel. The reverser determines the direction of travel.
Okay, set it into forward.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the throttle to apply power and get moving.
We don't appear to be... Oh, no, there we go. So we didn't appear to be doing the moving thing, but we're moving now. So yeah, we're being pushed from the back, basically, so that this train can go up and down the line without swapping the loco around. I didn't know what the train was I was going to be doing the training in, but I picked this one. Was it the right choice? I doubt it. We may just wing it and jump in the other end when we come to do the actual four-line run. Yeah, I am now regretting this. We may do the thing in the thing. I've turned on the thing on the track as well that shows you where the next signal is after this one. I think I need to turn that off again. Yeah, so we just hang on, let me just abandon this. I'm not keen on that train. Let me go to the settings and turn on the, was it the general thing? HUD and gameplay, wasn't it? I set the next, I'm sure I set next signal marker. Was it that one? It was one of them I set. It was the one afterwards. Next signal marker. Well, it's what? The one on the track? Okay. I don't mind the one in the top corner. It's the one on the track. That's better. Okay, right. Let's go back to the options. Let's go back to the main menu. We'll do the training in the train with the train, not the train without the train for the training. Right. Train. Oh, God. Which one is it, though? See, this is the only thing with this. You can't go to the line and then choose the training. You've got to do... So it's going to be the F40, wouldn't it? That one. Okay, so now we've got to go back there, do the training. We've got to find the F40PH, that one. Okay, that one, Boston Sprinter. Okay, let's do this training instead then, because that seems more like the training thing that I want to do. I want to be able to hear the thing, don't we? We don't want to just be silent at the front.
Welcome to driver training. Today you will be taken through the operation of an F40PH-3C in MBTA livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical driving controls and passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard to get started.
Okay, let's climb aboard. Yeah, as I said at the beginning, I have bought a couple more locos, so we will do those in the next few weeks.
Take a seat in the engineer's position.
Okay, why not?
This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
Most of my time? Why not all of my time? Window. Open the window. Take a seat.
We'll need to start the engine before we can get moving.
Why did you get me to sit down then? I can't read that from here. Main battery on. Radio fuse to on. Oh, I put some lights on. Set the hold start switch. I've got really long arms, haven't I? It's a very long 4 seconds.
The HEP engine is a smaller, secondary engine to provide power to the coaches for lighting, air conditioning, and heating. Let's start this now.
Why don't I get up and do that rather than just try and do it from my chair? Okay. HEB. So it's got 2 engines. Why didn't he just put a bigger engine in the first bit? Long hood trail. Isolation switch to run. Okay. Set the cut-off valve to in. Well, yeah. Exactly. Why don't we just put... There we go. Trail, dead. There we go. Sit back down again now. You can charge water service 2 engines. Well, yeah, I suppose that's the case. Just make the main engine more powerful. Okay, switch that on. Enter reverser handle. Okay.
To make sure we can be seen, we'll need to set the lights.
Set them to bright.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Yeah, looks fine to me. People are getting on. Well, you know. Open the window. Thank you. We've got minus 36 out there, but we'll still open the window. Right, so we do the training in this, then we do a 4-line run in this, and then we do a 4-line run in the 166. And then, I haven't driven those new trains I bought yet, so maybe at the end, we'll see if we can drive the new trains that I bought. Can we bring one of those on this line? Bring an old Class 20 or a Class 31 over to Boston? Can that be a thing? I'm sure we can. The 20 sounds better. Cool. I bought them, yes. Alright, locking doors.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
As in the Class 31 and the Class 20. Oh, what did you buy then? I read that as buy them, sorry. Yeah.
This train is now ready to depart. Use the throttle to apply power and get moving.
I've also got the pack that's due out next week on the 4th. I've got that as well, but I can't show any of that until it's released. Right, stop at location, Boston Back Bay. That's better. That's what you want. You want diseasely noises, don't you? Yeah, I will look at it in full when it comes out. Maybe next weekend. Yes, maybe next weekend we'll do something in the UK. And we'll just, or do something on one of the lines and just use all the new trains. That's that done, get it out of the way. Right. 700 feet and we've got a yellow. Tonight, by the way, for those watching live, something a bit different. Something we haven't streamed for a couple of years, I don't think. Golf, proper golf. The Golf Club 2019, featuring PGA Tour. So something a bit chilled tonight. So yeah, we are going to take the 166 on this route as well later on. It's definitely a slow crawl out of Boston. Oh God. Yeah, well, the 166 didn't do very well on the Arosa line. Yeah, golf tonight, tomorrow afternoon back on the farm. And then Tuesday, more construction sim in multiplayer. That's going to go well. And then more trains next Wednesday on Train Sim Classic. Or I might do Marsdenshire again, Marsdenshire. Right, 1900 feet to our stop.
You are now approaching Boston Back Bay. Use the automatic brake to apply braking force and slow the train down.
Well, we'll attempt to use the automatic brake and apply braking force and slow the train down, but who knows how this is going to go. Oh, it's working. We do have some breakage going on. Seems very tight, doesn't it? You almost think this thing should be just scraping its paint along the wall. I'm sure they measured it. Right, here we come. Boston Back Bay. You're good, aren't you, Crispy? Alright, unlocking doors. That's a, oh, there we go. I was trying to work out where I can see the train. There it is. It's definitely quite covered in snow. It does seem quite a big loco to be pulling this, and especially as a loco hasn't even got enough power to run the air conditioning. That's just the weird thing. It's like, oh, we haven't fitted a big enough engine to run the aircon. It's like about 4 million horsepower.
On the way to Ruggles, we will perform a test of the emergency brakes.
Will we?
When you're ready, apply power to continue the journey.
Hi, Secret Spy. Ruggles. It definitely sounds like that Australian kids' entertainment show. Should this diesel thing really be here in this underground station? Okay. I'm doing good. Well, if you used to have steam trains on the London Underground, I'm sure this is fine. You know, this can't be that heavy, can it? Well, half a dozen passenger cars. Typical Americans, isn't it? We'll put the biggest engine we can in it. Oh, of course, it's going to apply the emergency brakes at some point. Alright, 1100 feet and we've got yellow. So I won't do the accelerator is too much.
We will now begin the test of the emergency brake. Move the automatic brake into emergency.
No! Doesn't seem very emergency does it? Oh, now you're going to stop me on a hill now.
Now the train has stopped, we can begin to recover it.
Hill start in an American. Like, have you not seen how well this has gone for me in the past?
Apply the independent brake while the automatic brake recharges.
Wait for the brake pipe to recharge. Yeah, no hot dog man here.
Now that our brake pressure has recharged, we can release the independent brake and apply power.
Uphill. Oh, we are actually moving forward. That's something. I just don't think the American stuff. I don't know. I do like the sound of a good diesel. It's just something. I think the American stuff sounds different. It just hasn't got that same noise that the British stuff has. I think even a 166 will sound nicer than this. Right, stop your place coming up. Yeah, so maybe next week we'll do. We'll have a look at locos. Try some different trains. Run through some of the new engines and stuff. Problem is, that's going on. Actually, that went on YouTube today, didn't it? No one will get that far. Hey, I'm going to be on an American train in April. I'll be able to test for myself. Unlock doors.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.
It does. That's it. You can go out into the wide world yourself now. You are ready to go. That is it. Your training is over. Okay, so now we do a 4-line run. So choose a route. We'll do a timetable. We'll take the same train that we've just used because we sort of know how to drive that. Weather, as I'm doing with these now, I'm going to leave on the time of year or the date that I'm actually streaming this. So 1st of October. And we'll do a 4-line run. So we'll take this one. That's an hour, isn't it? Hour and 6 minutes. We actually want one that's a bit more daylighty, didn't we? Hour and 9 minutes. Providence to Boston. I don't know which way. I can't remember which way. The one is I've done is going. Whether it's going the other way. See, I was going Boston to Providence. I want to go the other way, really. Why don't they go one way? Why don't they come the other way? So you can't go... Okay, we'll go that way then. You don't upgrade from 2 to 3. You have to buy 3. Ah, of course it is. Yeah, you don't go... Okay, you can only go this way in this... There you go, see? You learn something new every 3 weeks. Have I just turned those on or am I turning them off? Dead or dead. I had this trouble last time on this stupid thing, didn't I? That's fine. Open the window. Open the window. Lights. Bright. We'll soon see if we get any forward momentum in a minute. Yes, we do. Hooray! I was worrying then, thinking I forgot to turn something on. Right, so full line run in this direction. What I have to do now is make sure that the 166 route that I do comes the other way. So this is an hour then. It does look good though. It does look really good. Why do they have the numbers written on top of them? Is that in case they lose one? How bizarre. Right, so you've got a green in 1300 feet. Heaven news helicopters to spot the idiot that crashed it. Yeah, I was thinking something like that. Is it they might have a helicopter or drone, I suppose, nowadays. They can check in a siding which carriages are there. Right, so where are we going? Let's have a look. Boston Back Bay, Ruggles, Route 128, Canton Junction, Sharon, going to visit Sharon, Mansfield, Attleboro, South Attleboro, and Providence. And then in case I haven't set it up correctly, what I'll do then is I'll do a route coming back the other way in the 166. And if you don't know how to set it up, I'll show you how you can do it. Not David Attenborough, Attleborough. So a slow trip. So yeah, we're working through these week by week in alphabetical order. Last week was the Arosa line. This week, Boston. See, it's a whole system. So we do the training, we do a full line run in the train. It should come with the route, and then we do a run in the 166. That's become a bit of tradition. If we can use the 166, if not, then the backup is the 150 because it's shorter.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Be friendly. Hello, and thanks for the follow. Right, we'll do a little bit of accelerating, I suppose. It's quite smoky. Needs a bit of a service, doesn't it? It is weird seeing those trains come the other way going backwards. Someone must have looked at it and gone, why are we running the engine round when we can just drive it from the other end? But to me it just seems odd. Yeah, the 43 would look nice on here. I did think about that. But, well, we'll see what... it's going to take an hour, isn't it? It's going to take an hour in this and it's going to take an hour back. Now, pretty much max us out. We'll see. Unless this is one of those where it isn't actually an hour, but it says it's an hour. But I'm bound to be running late, aren't I? So which is partly why I started to stream early, as I do anyway. And stop. No, I didn't look at bus forward. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, it just doesn't sound the same, does it, this thing? It's almost... It's too sort of cleanly running as a diesel. A proper English... or British, should I say, Blue Era diesel. It's got a certain noise to it, isn't it? Wow, there's a lot of people here. Blimey, that's an old film. Wait until 1435, 42. I'm really looking forward to travelling on US rail next year. I can't wait. Like 3 days on a train. It's certainly not electric. It's definitely diesel. The smoke coming out the top's a bit of a clue. Right, stop at Ruggles. It's not that long a train either. If you get smoke out of an electric train, there's definitely something wrong with it. Right, Ruggles next. Yeah, maybe next week then we just do a bit of a mishmash of different trains. So I got the Class 20, I got the Class 31. We got the other ones that release in the Loco Pack thing. We maybe look at all of them and just take them on a route somewhere next week. Maybe we'll do that. Hey, there's no evidence of me hot wiring a train. I wonder if anyone's actually done that. I used to say that when I used to fly the Zebo a lot in X-Plane, that I was pretty confident that with ground power I could start a 737. I wonder if anybody through playing this has actually thought, yeah, I can start that train. You know, is there a point with simulation that it becomes too realistic? That it makes people go, there's a train there. Ah, I've played that in Train Sim World 3. I know how to start that. I suppose you've got to have the reverser key, haven't you, to be able to go anywhere. Right, Ruggles is next. Well, yeah, I know. It's like these people that steal buses, isn't it? There's no keys to a bus. You just get in it and drive it. Right, braking. There's a lot of people here. Well, yeah, and sort of trackers and stuff, I suppose. Yeah. Right, unlocking doors. We have arrived at Ruggles in our rather smoky, diseasily train. So yeah, tonight we got some something slightly more chilled, actually. Some golf, some proper golf, rather than golf with idiots. Tomorrow afternoon, back on our farm. Tuesday is going to be construction sim carrying on in multiplayer. Next Wednesday will be more train sim classic. Next Thursday, more farming. Next Friday, there's going to be some open TTD, some transport tycoon. Next Saturday night is either going to be some ETS2 or hopefully some Forza Horizon 5. Wow, it's going to be quick.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we've got 9 miles now to our next stop. Mohawk, thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to Insanity. After yesterday's rather random stream and Thursday's very random farming stream, the train one on a Saturday is quite calm normally. Right, we've got a bit of chance to build up some speed now. We've got a green light. And quite a high speed limit. So we should be good. See if we can. So we're due there at 14:47, so 6 minutes to do 9 miles. Yeah, the 166 is going to be interesting on this. Because that's not very quick at accelerating either. I just can't believe this thing's putting out, I don't know, I rough guess 10,000 horsepower, something like that. It's only pulling, what, 5 carriages? It hasn't got enough power to run the air conditioning. It's just like, what? How can that be? And it's not that rapid. Well, I'm definitely concerned by signals. We've got a 90 limit. Currently doing 68. By the time we actually get to speed, we'll have to slow down. Isn't that the same with all the American stuff? You just wang it into forward and sit back, full throttle it. What a strange name for a station. Route 128, Track 1. So the station is called Route 128. That seems a bit weird. Right, still running greens. definitely a bit smoky. Definitely needs a got some worn piston rings there, I think. Yeah, we're going to be late. There's no way we're going to be there in 3 minutes with 5 miles to go. It just seems an odd station name, though, doesn't it? Route 128 station. I said, what? So that's saying we got a speed limit of 90 up there, and we're currently doing Back to the Future speeds of 88 miles an hour. It's hustling along a bit now. So yeah, we're going to do a 4-line run in this, and then we're going to take the UK Class 166 on a run from Providence back to Boston. Here we've got some time to make up. Speeding may have to happen. Won't be going this fast in the 166, I can guarantee that. '97. Before we get to 100, before I got to start braking. '98. '99. Come on, you can do it. 1 more miles an hour. You're going slightly downhill as well. There we go. That's 100. Well, the line speed is 130. Okay, it does get a bit of a move on. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. All of the brakes. Okay, we're not going to stop at this station. Oh, I don't know. Okay, that slowed down a lot better than I thought it would. All the passengers are now in this very first carriage with that amount of braking. And yeah, we are running a bit late. That's fine. Right, bring it down a bit. Come on. God, I can't overshoot now after braking that early. Oh, I think we're going to be okay. I do like the different tones in the engine audio though. They've certainly got that right. And about a minute late. Oh God, there's some view. A minute late's acceptable, I think. If I would have judged the braking a little bit later, it would have been okay. It's definitely a colour, isn't it? That's definitely that's definitely a colour. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the American stuff. I don't know. I don't know why they've got everything just here in this big thing. Obviously, the UK stuff, it'd be spread across, wouldn't it, rather than just all dumped here. I can see it from an ergonomic point of view as to why it works. It just seems a bit, I don't know. Everything's just stuck there in front of you. Okay, locking right. Stop at Canton Junction, 3 miles. Okay. So donuts with the right hand. Well, yeah, that's true, I suppose. Right, 3 miles. Let's give it all of the beans. A cheese toasty and a cream donut. Fatty. Right, 3 miles to go to Canton Junction. So yeah, it got up to speed okay. I still don't know, because it's not a very long line, this one. I still think it odd why they've got this chuffing great big engine with no power at the front of it. I still can't believe it hasn't got enough power to run the air conditioning. It's like, oh, they've got air conditioning? Ah. We'll have an extra engine. That'll be fine. Just to run the air conditioning. Can't we make this engine a bit bigger? No, we just add another one. What if they add in the facility to charge your phone? They're going to add another engine? I do think this would suit the HST. I added the sound mod thing in for the HST. I haven't tried it yet. Oh, well, I suppose if it's hot, yeah, okay. But then what if the little AC engine packs up? Air conditioning is a human right. No, it's not. It's because they're all bloody wimps. Just deal with it. Move somewhere where it's slightly cooler then. Although here, when we had the heat wave, you couldn't buy an air conditioning unit anywhere. All those people now have gone, I've just spent £350 on something I used for 2 days. I don't even think I'd turn the air conditioning on in my car on those hot days. Just open the windows. Right, so into Canton Junction we come. Slowly. So yeah, don't know what to do next week. Obviously got these new locos to look at. The ones that are in the new loco pack. I want to look at those. Plus I've got the ones that I bought. So maybe we just do a stream next week. Just using the new locos. Set up some custom routes. Just pick a track. Just trundle up and down in the new trains. Do the training on them all. Yeah, I leave the climate control on, but the AC off. So that if it's a hot day, the fans will kick up the temperature. But it's not actually running the AC, it's just running the fan. Unlocking doors. I see, so they put little raised platform things so the driver can get off, but sod the passengers, they can just do the step down thing. So yeah, if you have just joined, we're doing a 4-line run, Boston to Providence, in the train that comes with the route thing. Then we're going to do a 4-line run in the class 166. We'll go from Providence back to Boston. Just because it's a thing I'm doing now, we're using the wrong train in the 166 on each line. What do we do on the ones where we have the 166? What about the Great Western Main Line? Perhaps I should use something that shouldn't be on there, like I did last week on the Isle of Wight one, I suppose. Exactly, you don't need aircon. Open the window. It's good enough for a dog. It's good enough for me. Stick your head out. Stop. We got to go and see Sharon now. Lovely girl. It's only got 5 carriages in it. It's trying to pull. Can't be that much weight, can it? I could probably do that. You had to work last Saturday. Oh dear. No, we just got a day off. Yeah, I had a car a few years ago where I couldn't open the driver's window. That was fun, going for a drive-through or paying for car parking at a ticket, car park ticket machine thing. Having to open the door and lean round. Right, 2.9 miles to Sharon. Well, at least this thing doesn't do the bell thing like the other ones did. We end up with Bellgate. Not Bill Gates, Bellgate. Right, 2.5 miles. That's about the only time you open them. No, I'll open the window if it's not raining. Bit of fresh air. That's fine. We got people that join the chat where English is a native language and they still can't spell. Right, slight uphill grade to Sharon. I wonder who that could be. Exactly. Yeah, so a slightly more chilled stream this evening with some golf. Where I had a practice earlier on, it didn't go well. I can't use my controller, and it's not that easy with a mouse. Is that a sign of getting old then? Does your thumb get fat? Have I got that to look forward to? They seem okay at the moment. I should keep my eye on it. Yeah, but is that because the rest of you is as well, Crispy? You know, just saying. I had that special keypad. What, the one without the number 7 on it? Right, into Sharon we come. Hang on, that sounded a bit weird. You just had a cream donut and a cheese toastie. Fat but happy. That's a good way to be. Yeah, you don't want a sticky keyboard, Crispy. Not again. Right, here we come. Roll the brake. It's actually brakes okay. It does seem as though, from this view, that it's just not fitting in here, doesn't it? It looks like it's wider than the space it has got to go in. Yeah, my mouse mat's wedged. Well, my mouse mat's clamped. Half of it's clamped under my G27 wheel. The other half it's clamped under the gear stick. So I can't get my mouse mat out, and the keyboard's sat on the back of it. I've got about 6 inches of gap between to use my mouse in. Bracking again. Where are we? We're Sharon. Oh, locked doors. That's me, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Train's tilted sideways because the track's tilted. The track's on a slant. Right, stop at Mansfield. A station called Jane. Yeah, I resisted the cake section this morning at the supermarket. I did buy honey. That was the thing. I haven't been brave enough to try it yet, but I did buy it. Oh, we got wheel slip. There is wheel slip going on. Yeah, I shouldn't have just gone full power, should I? That's my lunch. No, I can't have lunch because I'm here. Lunchtime is now. By the time I come off here, it's too late for lunch. Oh yeah, I'm just going to nip downstairs and do some toast. No, I was very good this morning. Oh yeah, I'll just bring a toaster up here and the bread. I'll do that. No, didn't buy any chocolate this morning, didn't buy any crisps this morning. I'm actually going to have vegetables for my dinner later on. I think I might be ill. That'll be a tad difficult. Right, 5.7 miles to Mansfield. Ain't got long, they're going to use Meals on Wheels. No, it's where you buy one of those box meals, you put in the microwave in it, you get like 5 for £3 or whatever it is. That's all you live on. That's all you can afford with your pension. I won the lottery today, £2. I woke up about 5:10. I had an email. Oh, thought this is it. This is it. Checked my email before I got out of bed. £2. So is this actually going to be an hour, this journey then? What time are we due at 15:37? Okay, so it might actually be an hour. So then we're going to bring a Class 6.6. Class 6.6? No, Class 166 on the way back. Don't forget, by the way, if you're interested in trains and you're in the UK, we've got a couple of train-related meetups going on. One at the end of this month now, 5 weeks today, in fact, doing a meetup. Or was it 4 weeks today? Might be 4 weeks today. Yeah, Saturday, isn't it? 4 weeks today. A sort of train-related meetup at the Heritage Motor Museum near Warwick. Where there's a National Railway Model Railway exhibition going on as well. So that's 4 weeks today. And on the 3rd of December, we've got a meet up at the at York, where we're going to visit the Railway Museum. So if you're interested in tagging along or joining us, details are in the Discord server. Davis. You having some sort of issue there, Crispy? Have you creamed all over your keyboard or something? You're going to meet Warwick Davis. It's not something I planned on doing in life. Why? I thought I was weird. Right, we've got to make sure. Well, we know now the brakes are slightly better than I thought they were going to be, so we'll give it a bit of brake. Okay, braking. Oh, it was an attempt at a joke. Okay. It failed. Your intelligence. Your intelligence. Okay. It was probably the latter. His brain's filled with cheese and cake currently. Apple are working on a car. No, not Apple. Dyson. Dyson are working on a car. There are rumours that Apple are working on a car. Dyson are working on a car. Not far from where I live. Yep, the Hoover people. They've taken over the old runway and aircraft hangars at Hallavington, not far from Chippenham, because their main office is here in Malmesbury. Unlocking doors. Yeah, I quite like the Apple operating system, actually. I've got MacBook Air and an iMac. I quite like it. I quite like the simplicity of it. I'm still a huge Windows fan, but actually I quite like the Apple operating system. I prefer using an iPhone or an iPad to an Android tablet. I have to use an Android phone for work, so I'm not against Android. I just find the Apple system just easier. Locking doors. Yeah, I had brilliant fans, but it didn't go very well. Cleaned the road as it went. Right, stop at Attleborough in 7 miles. I won't give it quite all the beans this time. Yeah, they are a bit behind on, you know, stuff that's been out for Android, and I do understand that. But I think if I'd have had an Android phone first, I would have probably stuck with Android, but because I had an iPhone from the 3G, I've stuck with iPhone. So my work phone's Android, so I have to deal with both systems. Yeah, the Windows phones actually. I quite like the look of the Windows phone. I like the tile thing that they had going on, but it just failed, didn't it? Divergentos 3. Thanks for the follow. And that is the problem, which I'm sure you get with Android as well. Is it must get to an age where, well, it does. We've had to replace tablets at work, because they won't support the software we use for work. So I got like about 15 10-inch Galaxy tablets sat in a cupboard at work because they won't run the software we need to run. And you do get that. My iPad won't run the latest iOS 16. And it's probably 6 years old, that's why. But yeah, there is that redundancy. It gets to a certain age, they won't support it. But isn't that the same with everything, though? It makes you want to upgrade. And I think once my phone doesn't support the latest version, then I will upgrade my phone. I got an 11 Pro Max. And I love the look of the 13. It looks so nice. But I just can't justify spending another grand on a phone when I've got one sat here that works. Yeah, the Windows phones were a massive flop. They look nice, but they just didn't take on. Right, 5 miles to Attleborough. Yeah, so my iPad's I can't remember which one it is, about 5 or 6 years old. And it's fine. Right, let's give it all of the beans again. So yeah, we are going to be doing a 4-line run. Well, we are doing a 4-line run, Boston to Providence. Then we're going to jump in a class 166 from the UK, which we've had shipped over especially. And we're going to be taking it on the return trip from Providence back to Boston. And if you haven't seen how you can do that yourself, you can use any train you've got on any route you've got, subject to a couple of like track length, platform length conditions. And I'll show you how to do that after this route. Yeah, it's one of those things, I mean, it's like with everything, you're going to get supporters and haters for every platform. You're going to get people that love one and hate the other. It's the same with operating, it's the same with Windows and Mac. It's the same with Xbox and PlayStation. You know, you're always going to get that split camp, and it's always been the same. You know, between Commodore and Spectrum, between Sega and the Nintendo. Yeah. You will always get that when there are two big players in the marketplace. Well, yeah, I really protested when I got given an Android phone at work. But I've sort of got, I only use it for phone calls, texts, and emails. There's no other apps on it, so you know it functions as that. Although I don't make phone calls, send texts on my iPhone. Right, you've got an 80 limit coming up and a yellow. I have been told that if I wanted to, you know, use my iPhone as my work phone, then I can do that. All the calls are paid for, texts paid for. You know, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But no, I'd rather keep two separate phones. Not really, because it depends on how much of the metal there is. You can have a small amount of metal, it will be classed as heavy. Yeah, I quite like the fact that I leave work and my work phone goes on silent, because otherwise I'd just be bombarded by work emails and phone calls all weekend. Yeah, from a company point of view, it's cheaper to buy an Android phone. Right, into Attleborough we come. Yeah, I look after the IT for my company, and it's certainly easier as far as app installation, and restricting what people can do is easier on an Android phone. Right, in we come. Slightly overshooting. I'm glad I'm not driving from this end. That one. One of my reviewers going to it. Well, stop doing that. Go back inside. Right, they've got 2 stations to go, I think. South... Don't stand up, you fool. Sit down. Thank you. I was trying to press the other button. That one. We've got South Attleborough and then Providence. So 2 stops to go. And then we'll make the return trip in the 166. And then tonight, golf. Proper golf. Okay, locking doors. The reason I keep the HUD up there, it is mainly for me, but it's so that you lot can see as well where the next station is, how far the next signal is, how fast I'm going, what the gradient is. I do the same in Train Sim Classic as well. Yeah, the arrow keys are behind my wheel. I can reach them, but it's not easy. I've got to stretch my arm forward, so I can't use the arrow keys and the mouse. Right, 4.6 miles. No, the Golf Club 2019. No, I don't accept your challenge. I just told you that and reason why. Yeah, golf tonight. Tomorrow lunchtime, back on our multiplayer farm. Doing some, well, farming. Playing with silage, I think is going to be the theme for tomorrow. And then Tuesday night back with some MP construction sim. Wednesday Train Sim Classic. Thursday is going to be more farming. Friday is going to be some Transport Tycoon. Next Saturday lunchtime, more Train Sim World 3. And next Saturday night is either going to be some ETS2 multiplayer or some Forza Horizon 5. Silage. Stuff that we use to feed the aminals. Can we grow pumpkins in Farm Sim? I imagine there are probably mods. Actually, we did put a couple of mods on our farm last year when we were on the valley. We put them on for Halloween. Maybe, what days Halloween fall on? Should we do Halloween farming? Farming Simulator 22. And why doesn't it let you follow? Because you may be already following? Would be a reason. Yeah, I know what day, what date, what day. Monday. Oh, that's boring. I don't stream on a Monday. Does that mean I've got to? Actually, I probably will. Oh, fine, I won't then. Because the Saturday before that is our meet-up, so I won't be streaming. So there'll be a change around. So Sunday lunchtime I'll do Train Sim. Monday night I'll do farming. Go trick or treating. No, that's the day you don't answer your door. Right, so we've got South Attleborough and then Providence. So then we'll make a return trip in the 166. And then I might do the training on the HST because I've added the sound mod in for the HST for this, and I haven't tried it. So maybe I should do that at the end. And yeah, next week then we'll go through the trains that are part of the Loco pack. I've got the Class 31 and a Class 20 that I bought today. I haven't tried those yet. I think it's almost a given thing now with trick-or-treaters. If you put, like, if your lights are on or you put a little pumpkin light out or something, I think people know. Yes, I've added the 166 sound mod. Yeah, we used it last week. So we're using the 166 after this. I can't remember if I've done the route to go from that end to this end or this end to that end. Right, bring our speed down slowly. I haven't got many young kids around where I live, so can't be the last time anybody actually knocked on the door on Halloween. Probably a fair few years ago. On PC for this one. Oh, that other bandwagon of a game, FIFA. I'm only about a minute late, you know. That's not bad going for me. I'm only about 10 minutes late. I think it's, if you're early, it holds you anyway. It gives you a cuddle. Oh, they're finally bringing FIFA to a close. Thank God for that. So they probably made enough money. Every year, the same wombles or same sheep just keep buying it. Right, loading passengers. Final stop then, coming up as Providence. Oh, so they're just changing the name. So let me guess, they probably got fed up with paying an absolute fortune to call it FIFA. So it's just going to be called Football 23. That's what I've got. I've got one on my shelf, I'm sure I have. I've got Tiger. I can see from my shelf because it's unusual. I'm in this room and the lights, but it's light out. I've got Tiger Woods PGA Tour 06, 07 and 10. I don't know what happened to 8 and 9 for the Xbox 360. I think I got FIFA. I got one of the FIFAs somewhere. Go via location as indicated. Okay. So 4.7 miles to the as indicated location. You know, on one hand, fair play to them. You know, every year people buy it. Every year they look forward to it. So they're making an absolute fortune out of it. So you can't knock them for every year putting out a new version. It's not just FIFA, is it? There used to be a different version of like the basketball one and the American football one, and you know, that people just buy it every year because that's the thing you do. And it's great for people that have got you know, husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends that have got a birthday around this sort of time. Yeah, F1's the other one, isn't it? They got a birthday around this sort of time because it's easy. Every year you buy that person that year's version. It's quite a simple birthday present, so it's perfect if someone's got a birthday or even Christmas. If everyone knows they're going to get the new version at Christmas. 3 months' time, it's next year. 3 months' time, we'll be sat here on the 1st of January. Right, we've got a yellow coming up. I tried playing one of the F1 games. I just got bored because you've got to go out and do an out lap, then a warm up, then a timed lap, then an in lap. By the time I did the in lap, I was bored. Yeah, I like circuit racing, just not in a Formula 1 car. I will stream at some point. I don't know where. I've got Electrician Simulator I've got to stream. I want to do some more Gran Turismo. I want to do some cooking sim. I've got enough time now. Because we're doing construction sim on a Tuesday, farming on a Thursday and a Sunday. Trains are on a Wednesday and a Saturday lunchtime. It only leaves me a Friday night and a Saturday night. I've got the first Overwatch. I'm sure I've got the first Overwatch. I like Wreckfest. I enjoyed that last night. It's shame we don't have more people join us for it, but I do enjoy that. That's why I want to start doing Forza again, because Forza's brilliant fun as well. We'll see. Right, another yellow coming up. So we're going to go through Surgeon Simulator again as well, because that's good fun. Boys, it's when. I don't get it. I've either got to give up something multiplayer on a Friday or Saturday night, which I could do. Maybe I could do it on a Thursday one week, just scrap the Thursday farming and do something. I could do farming on a Friday. We'll see. Right, still got another yellow. So we've still got 2 miles to our go via. I've driven 30 miles in this train. There's a thing. Nautis. Well, I played, actually one of my most popular videos on my YouTube channel is Sail Away. Right, I think that's the one where I sailed across the channel to France. Not heard of Nautis. I need to look at that Bus World as well, see what that's about. That could be worthy of a random Sunday. Nautis is to sailing what MSFS is to flying. Well, that was Sail Away was the same, open world, and there was e-sail as well. I just wish there was one of those with motorboats, because I'd love the idea of doing multiplayer, like travelling over water, but it's the whole sailing thing. You got to know which rope you're playing with. I didn't have a clue in Sail Away. Um, once you've done all the contracts, then yeah, that's it with Construction Sim. But I think there's a lot of gameplay in Construction Sim. Most games have got an end goal. You know, most games you will complete, and that used to be, you know, you want to complete them. I don't think Construction Sim has ever claimed to be non-ending, which is why I really want to complete this one. I want to see how much content there is in it. Although based on last Tuesday, it could take a while. Yeah, so Buswell's down to 20 quid. That seems a lot of money for something that just may not be very good. Maybe if someone could link it in the bus and coach chat for me, I'll have a look at it after the stream. Buswell does steering wheel support. Oh god, that's got to be bad then, isn't it? If one of the features is having steering wheel support, then that definitely seems like it, you know, not a great thing really. Alright, we've got a 30 limit and a yellow. Two hours playtime. Is that it? There's 2 hours of gameplay. Wow. Oh, play for 2 hours and refund it. I'll just see if I can get it to review it. Right, in we come to Providence, and then we'll set up a scenario and we'll take the 166 back to Boston. Yeah, it's not a bad line that, say an hour's journey. I played Bus Driver Sim, I think I did, yeah. That was awful. I think I played it for about a minute. Made by the same devs. I won't be playing that then. Right, passengers do the getting out thing. Right, we made it to Providence. Objective completed. Right then, so let's go back to the main menu. We'll go to Creators Club. We'll go to Scenario Planner. We'll go to Boston Sprinter. Boston, yeah, that's, I need to create a new one then. So we'll call this 166B. Add a new service. So we're going to start at Providence track 2. We're going to go to Boston. Oh, we go. Can't be Boston then. Boston back. That's the only problem is you got to. So start there. Hang on, there we go. Boston South. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that takes us to the other end, and then we can stop at all the stations. South Attleboro, Mansfield, Sharon, Canton, Route 128, Reedville, Hyde Park, Ruggles, Boston Back Bay. So stopping at every stop. And we are going to take the Class 166 in GWR livery because it's cool. We'll take a 3 car. 166B. Start at 12 o'clock. Save and exit. And we will play it. Right, 166. Open doors. God. Night. We'll put it on night. That's ready to go. That's going to really confuse some Americans. Yeah, I've got to use that as the thumbnail, and that's got to happen. It's platform highlight. Not bad actually. Here. We've got no windows, have we? No. Okay. All right. Stop at South Attleborough. This just seems weird. Yeah, it does say where we're going. Yeah, Boston South Station. Oh, it's smoking away. See, this is what they need in America. They need the 166. Right, so making a return trip then. Back to Boston. So stopping at every stop this time. Oh, now the bloody speed limit increases. But it's only single-hand operation. I will have a koala while we're accelerating. For context, the sweet. They're very sticky. I've got a very sticky koala. It actually doesn't look out of place. God, I'm turning into crispy. Many, many screenshots. Right, we got a green, we got a 45 limit. It does sound good. So this is a sound mod for the 166. Oh yeah, all the Halloween stuff was out when I was in the supermarket earlier. Oh, there we go. That was a drop in revs. Yeah, it's actually it's quite an obvious gear change. It actually suits this line. Apart from being on the wrong side of the train, but you know, we'll forget that. Hang on, we got speed limit change, braking. Oh, it handled that perfectly. Probably we won't see it because this is a custom route. There won't be any other trains. That's the only downside with this. Isn't it in the walkabout yard though? The 166. I should add the AI. I don't know how to do that. I can't. I really do hope that Dovetail add a pacer at some point. Oh, I'd see. So I could set a train going the other way and just have it not player controlled, starting at the same time. So if I wanted to do a lot, then I could add more services to the same scenario. So each station I could do a train, and blimey, okay. I'll have to do that one day. Do a custom route just full of 166s. I do love Train Sim Classic. I really do, but this is just, I'm warming to this more and more and more every time I'm in it. Mainly because of the visuals. I know it isn't all about the visuals, but I do love the visuals in this. The audio's pretty spot on as well. Right, into South Attleborough, so we are stopping at every single station on the return trip to Boston. In our lovely 166. Where it's actually probably going to be quicker than the proper train. That was what, hour and 10 minutes on the way down, wasn't it? So what if we do it quicker than hour and 10 minutes on the way back? 12 o'clock departure. So if it's 10 past 1 and we get there, it's going to be on time. I reckon this will do it quicker, you know. This will be faster than the American train. We're not going to be held at platforms for so long. It's not like we've got to wait till certain times either. Okay, I could have started braking a bit later. It's a shame there isn't more they could do with the scenario delivery editor thing, because I'd love to do some like Sims and stuff liveries. As far as I managed to get was just painting a train black. That was as far as I could do. There isn't even a way of being able to import like my logo, because I'd have been happy just with that. Right, we are arriving at South Attleborough. Yes, this is a bit of a... Okay, this is going to be interesting. That's a hell of a step down. How is anyone going to get on or off this thing? I think that's just too little too late for that game. I just think that game, unfortunately, was dead in the water as soon as it released. Yep, no one getting on, no one getting off. Right, Attleborough. Imagine that pulling up. It's like, how am I supposed to get on that? Anyone got a step ladder? Right, 4.8 miles. What sort of speed can we get to in 4 miles? See, I know that's with the American trains that go to the jaw height platforms. They have that flap that comes down, don't they? So you've either got the steps that go down to the ground, or they've got that platform that comes across the steps to make it the same height as the platform. So I think they must have a standard where their platforms are either one height or another height, and they just put the flap up or down depending on which platform they're at. It's actually quite a clever idea. The 166 isn't designed for that. Going to Boston South in a GWR 166. I do want to slot in, talked about our meetups planned earlier. End of October, we've got the Motor Museum, and then beginning of December, we've got the York Rowing Museum. At some point, I do want to sort of arrange something into London to go on the Elizzy Perp line. Maybe I don't know, November. Just something impromptu, just a day, because it should. I don't know when it opens fully. October, I think, isn't it? Oh crap! We got a 60. Yeah, it won't be long. Well, we're in October now, so 2 months' time before we do York. So 4 weeks' time, we got the Motor Museum, which I'm actually really looking forward to that. I haven't been for about 20 years. Not a lot may have changed at the museum itself, but actually having a model railway exhibition on as well, I think that's going to be quite interesting. I think it's going to be quite interesting. I said interesting quite too much there. Going forward, when we use the 166 on lines that it shouldn't be on, it's like it suits this being on here, but I think going forward on some of the other routes, it's just not going to suit it, is it? Well, I'm looking forward to getting out to the States next year. Spending a couple of days on an Amtrak train. Right, back to a 60 a minute. Attleborough coming up. Yeah, not David. Yeah, this actually seems fine. It seems quite suited to this route and these tracks. So this is a 3-car. If you had a 6-car version of this, it would probably do that trip with using less fuel and be more comfortable for the passengers. So I don't think we're going to do it much quicker. It's an hour and 10 minutes in the other one. Be interesting to see what this is. This is going to be the last trip we're going to do today when we get back to Boston. 58 miles an hour, it changes gear. Okay, a bit of coasting into Attleborough. So yellow ahead of us, 45 limit down the track as well. A little way down the track, but down the track. Yeah, tonight back with something hopefully a bit calmer. Certainly a really good game. The Golf Club 2019 featuring PGA Tour. Going to do some multiplayer golf this evening, and then tomorrow back on our multiplayer farm. Right, into Attleborough we come. Right, is anyone going to get on or off here? Are all these passengers just going to be trapped on this train for the whole journey? Because that is a hell of a way down. Nope, they're all walking away down the platform. They're like, we're not getting on that. We're going to wait till the next train. That might actually be normal. But everyone that's on the train. I wonder if our final... yeah, I think our final stop is going to be normal platform height, isn't it? So we should be fine there. Right, 7 miles to Mansfield. We've got a 45 limit in 5,000 feet and a yellow. Well, there can't be any trains in front of us because there's no other trains on the scenario. So how is there a yellow? We've got a green. Well, the fact that it was yellow, I don't know. What's going on? What are you doing to me? Still think this is quicker than that train we were in earlier. I know I'm a bit early for the 45, but, you know, hopefully the 45 isn't very long. Is that light going to stay green as well? $150-mile-an-hour limit. I don't think that's going to be a thing, but, you know, we can try. We're not going to get to that in 5 miles, though. Maximum speed 90 miles an hour. Well, we hit 100, didn't we, in the other thing? This thing's never going to do 100. Especially it's going to change gear in like 3 miles an hour. There we go. So slightly uphill, trying to accelerate in a 166. It's not the best combination. Although it's still accelerating. That's something. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, flat ground now. I think this is the longest stretch as well between... Or do we have a 9 mile? I think there's a 9 mile. Although, actually, no, we're stopping at every station. Whereas last time we skipped some. So this probably will take longer. 25 minutes so far since we left Providence. It's a midday departure. It took us an hour and 10 minutes to get down there. So in theory it should be an hour and 10 minutes to get back. It's 81. I'm conscious of stopping. I think I'll go till I'm a mile away. God, this reminds me of our long trip in the Pacer, which, by the way, we'll be doing again at Christmas. It's going to be London to Edinburgh in a Pacer. Not stopping at every stop, though. So there's going to be long periods of just like 30 or 40 miles, probably, of just flat out in a Pacer. Okay, well, we got to 86 miles an hour. Just start bringing the speed back down a little tiny bit. You know what, I don't know if I actually prefer the sound of this with the sound mod or not. I think the way it sounds from the on the Great Western Main Line, the Great Western Express in this sounds so good. Not sure. I haven't heard the HST yet. Right, and we come to Mansfield. And getting ready to do the stopping thing now. Will anybody get on or off? Probably not. Not a single person. Because they can't get on, they can't get off. Oh, hang on. So they're standing there, but they're like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, the BR railway workers stood there going, what the hell are we doing here? We don't know how American trains work. Right, 6.6 miles to Sharon. Right, all of the beans. It's just this bit, isn't it, where it's just not that quick at accelerating. So even though it's 6 miles away, I'm not going to get that much speed up because it's just not geared for rapid acceleration. Yeah, they're the official picket line. Don't cross this line. Oh, okay, you cross the line. Yeah, 5.8 miles to go. I really like this chucking the wrong train on the line. There's that familiarity to it because it's the 166, but it's also the fact that you're somewhere where you shouldn't be. So it's something I will do going forward. So I don't know what to do next week. Whether we do a route, so look at a line, but then look at the new. Could do that, I suppose. Could look at the next line that's got passengers, but then look at the new trains on that line. So I could do that. Because we've got the loco pack that's just about to be released. Although I only saw one of them on the list, which is slightly odd. Right, 4.7 miles. Is this thing going to get to a reasonable speed? So we'll be ending when we get to the end of this, when we get back to Boston. It should be an hour and 10-minute run. We started at midday, so we've probably got another 35 minutes. Unless this actually does it any quicker. We will see. That's me. Hey, once it gets up to speed, once it gets above like 60 miles an hour, this thing ain't that bad. It's just acceleration isn't quite there. Boston South Station. I think the quickest we're going to go is 80 something. We're not going to get much better than that, are we? Actually, now we're going slightly uphill as well. So what have we got left to go? We've got Sharon, Canton Junction, Route 128, Reedville, Hyde Park, Ruggles, Boston Back Bay, Boston South. So we've still got a few stops to go. I think they get a bit closer together though as we get closer to Boston. Well, that's 80. Will we do it? Will we beat the outbound time of an hour and 10 minutes? Alright, start doing the braking thing. And we arrive at Sharon. Lovely girl, not many friends. don't know why they have the fences down the middle. Does that just deter people from running across the track if their train's due and they're on the other side? Does it force them to go up and over, I suppose? Or is it a low track, so you quite easy to just walk across? Right, is anyone going to get on or off this one? Still looks a bit high. There's a person waiting there though. Yeah, I just don't think that's going to work. They're like, what am I supposed? How am I supposed to do that? It's the height of my head. Is anyone even on the train? Yeah, there's someone sat in that doorway there. There's one person. It's like they want to get on, but they can't. It's like they walk towards it, but there's no path. They can't actually get up to the train. So they just stood here going, "Oh, what? How?" That's probably why no one's got off, because they can't. So until I arrive at... I bet they'll all get off at the end. Is the stream glitching out? No, seems perfect. My preview seems perfect anyway. Right, 3 miles to Canton Junction. Yeah, no, stream's fine. Rock steady bit rate. Or rock steady. Right, 2.9 miles. Yeah, I don't think this will go down well as far as reviews from the passengers. Only if you're going between Providence and... Hey, that's what they could do it for, see, isn't it? The rock steady crow. It's probably your internet. I was going to say, if you're doing a direct route from Boston to Providence, this is fine, because you can get on at Boston, you can get off at Providence. You can't get on or off anywhere in between. Yeah, that's definitely a you problem. So perhaps we should write to the American Railway people and go, "Hello, Mr. American Railway peoples. You should use a 166 for your route between Boston and Providence. Just don't expect it to stop. You're sort of anywhere in between. You can't get on or off in between those stops, but you're fine." I'm definitely intrigued now to see if this is going to be quicker. I've got a feeling it ain't going to take us another half an hour to get those last few stops in. Will the 166 be quicker than an American train? And this is stopping at more places than the American one was. Right, green light, 125 limit. Right, 4,000 feet, do some of the braking thing. Should be fine, he says. come to Canton Junction, so only a couple more stops to do. Are they going to take us half an hour? I don't think so. And we do the stopping thing. Right, there's still going to be no one being able to get on or off here. It's like they want to, they just can't. You could probably jump from that ramp. That's a hell of an infrastructure in it, just to get people to go have a slope to go up and down. It reminds me of the ramp to join the monorail at Alton Towers from the car park. Or boarding a ferry, going up the ramp as a foot passenger, obviously. Right, locked doors. Right, 3.3 miles to Route 128. Give it all of the beans. Welcome to Canton Junction. It just looks so good. It really, really does look so good. You gotta love Train Sim World 3, you really have. I'm just glad now they don't push the whole, you know, repairing fences and stuff like that. Just get rid of that. Just no, don't do that. Just get rid of it. So what have we got to go? Route 128, Reedville, Hyde Park, Ruggles, Boston Back Bay, and Boston South. Oh, I don't know, it might be close actually. If they're a similar distance apart, we've got till 1:10 in game time to beat, to prove that this is quicker than the American train. I know my braking's been a bit off. Well, I just don't quite trust the braking in this yet. See, as soon as the feet counter comes down, I want to be starting to brake. I've just got to resist. Right, do the braking, but not so much of the braking, but some of the braking, but not quite all of the braking. There you go. $4,000 feet. Good thing there isn't an actual timetable. 25 minutes to do the remaining stops. See, I could have just kept going a bit more higher speed into this one. Right, and we come to Route 128. Ah, now, our passenger's going to get on off at this one then, because we've got a higher platform. As it's the first stop since we left Providence that they can actually get on and off at. See, it looks right. Actually looks lower. Oh god, is it going to be too low from now to get on and off that? I'm going to find out. Nothing. Nobody. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I was getting excited then. Oh, are you going to get on? Are you getting on? We got someone. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Yes, she got on. We got a passenger. What about you? You getting on? Yeah, yeah. Yay! We got passengers. Right, 2.1 miles to Redville. Reedville, Red, the next stop. Yeah, you do realise you've got on here, but you might not be able to get off at the next stop. Where are you going? Are we going to Reedville? Ah, well, there's no guarantee you can get off there. What's your jumping skills like? Have you got the ability to jump? I just don't know. Well, tell you what, we'll push you out when you get to the next station, and we'll see what happens. You can always push out the fat person, and then everybody else could bounce off them like a trampoline. Yeah. Just complete this card and you'll be absolutely fine. It'll be Reet. Wreckfest was good fun last night. It was very, very, very 18 plus last night. Very 18 plus. I'm glad that was up on screen. That's definitely not kiddie friendly, that one. Wow. It had its moments. Right, into Reedville, Redville. So yeah, 4 weeks' time we'll be looking at model railways. 10 weeks' time we'll be on a train and then looking at trains. 6 months' time we'll be spending several days on a train. Right, into Reedville. Can we do it? We got less than 20 minutes to get to Boston. Yeah, 3 months' time. It's New Year's Day. It'll all be over. That'll be it. Done. What if I keep my decorations up this year? Last year I took my decorations down at about 9 AM on Christmas Day. What if I stay up any longer this year? Braking needs to happen. Braking. Oh, that's not bad. She's been given a drone. Are you going to do your drone license? Or get your drone license, whatever it is, so you can fly it? Right, so we've got a couple more stops to go before we arrive at Boston. And then next week, I don't know, not sure. I'll decide what to do. Right, Hyde Park is next, in not very much of a distance. Yeah, tonight back with some golf, the Golf Club 2019, which is really good. Doing that in multiplayer. Tomorrow lunchtime on our multiplayer farm, and back on Tuesday with some multiplayer construction sim. Wednesday's train sim classic. Thursday is going to be farming. Friday next week is going to be some open TTD. Saturday lunchtime will be more Train Sim World 3. Next Saturday night is either going to be some ETS2 or hopefully some Forza. And next Sunday, more farming. All the information's there about Open TTD. Right, 3,500 feet. And stop at Hyde Park. I think we're going to do it. We've got 16 minutes to get to Boston. I really hope the 166 is quicker, but I don't know if it is. I was pressing the wrong button then for brake. Welcome to Hyde Park. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get off here, are they? Because it's going to be too high. Actually, I wonder. Oh, see, now this one's at the perfect height. Someone could actually get off here, because that's actually lined up with the raised platform thing here. But no one. Damn it. Can't do it. Just can't get it up. There's not many people on the train, but there are some. Right, next. Blimey, 6.1 miles to Ruggles. Okay, all of the beans. So it's Ruggles, Boston Back Bay and Boston South. Yeah, I think it's going to be close. Depends how quickly we can cover these 6 miles. $60 miles an hour, it's going to be 6 minutes, isn't it? And then 2 more stations after that. It's a good thing because it means this is an hour and 10-minute route. But when I'm trying to prove that the 166 is better than the American train, oh, we got a yellow. Well, I don't know how we got a yellow because there's no other trains in front of me. Come on, get some speed up. I just don't think that American train would have been much quicker to these speeds than this. See, that's where it loses out then when it changes gear. Because now the acceleration is a lot slower. I'm ignoring the yellow because I know there's nothing in front of us. Yeah. No, well, no one's been able to get off. 2 people got on, no one got off yet. They are all going to get off at the very last stop, aren't they? See, it's that bit between like 58 and 68 where it just really struggles. Once it gets above that, it actually picks up okay. We are going a little bit downhill now, but damn it, we've got a 45 coming up. Damn you. Yeah, we're not going to do it. The American train's going to be quicker. Yeah, because the Americans love all that, don't they? It's like, oh yeah, I'm 1/4 Irish or I'm 1/4 Scottish. It's like, really? You don't get... We don't do that as Brits, do we? We don't go back and say, oh, I'm 1/8, you know, alien. But the Americans love history. They love being a part of something, don't they? Quite dark in here. Yeah, Obama was apparently Irish, exactly. Right, 2.3 miles to go to Ruggles. And then we've got 2 stops, 10 minutes to beat the American train. I don't think we're going to do it. going to be close. But I think the thing that lets this down is that acceleration and the fact that I've been braking really early. I think if I took a brave pill, I'd probably brake a bit later. Feet. We've got a yellow. Say, I know nothing's in front of us because there's no other trains on here. Yeah, I love my side panel. I debated for years as to whether to get one, but I did like my button box, but I'm really glad I got the side panel. Oh, I definitely over-braked then. I think for a couple of minutes out, we could probably put that down to my incompetence, because that is a big factor in this. Right, brake, brake, brake. Yeah, I use it for all the... I don't use it for this. But I use it for, obviously, farming, trucking, flight. Used to use it for that annoying bus game thing that I did. No, you can't really customize the controls in this to that much of a degree. Right, 2 stops to go. Boston Back Bay. $5,500 feet and then into Boston. The shifter thing. The shifter thing? Or the joystick? I only use the joystick in Farm Sim. Right, 60 limit. It ain't going to be far off, you know. The hour and 10 minutes. If I braked a bit later, I think this would do it in less time. Oh god, we got speed restriction, slow it down. So I could just go flat out, but I'm not doing that. I'm actually sticking to the speed limits. That's got very dark. That's got very dark, in fact. Right, into Boston Back Bay. Well, actually, you might get people get off here. I haven't tried. Because I used a gamepad in Construction Sim. I think you should be able to map it. Right, unlock doors. Yes, people got off. The first people have got off since we left Providence. People actually got off the train. Lock doors. Right, 5,000 feet to Boston, the final stop. We got a 15-mile-an-hour limit in 3,000 feet. That's going to be pretty close, actually. I think if I'd have braked later, this thing would have been quicker than the American train. No, still not there. Yeah, I got to slow down first. So I did slow down quite early. So yeah, without my incompetence, I think this would have been fine. Oh yeah, I am ridiculously bad at that golf. I can't use my controller either. It just doesn't reckon. If I press to start the game, you press the button on the controller, it's fine. Within the game, nothing. So I've got to use keyboard and mouse. So that's going to go well tonight. 400 shots. No, wheel isn't plugged in. That's plugged in. I'm not unplugging that. I'll just use keyboard and mouse. It's fine. Oh, it's going to be Larwood's going to be getting every single hole, you know, on par or under par because Larwood. The rest of us, it's just going to be a battle to see who's the worst, I think. In we come then, our final stop ahead of us. So we took the default train down to Providence. And brought the 166 back. Unfortunately, it's only a 4-player game, which I'm gutted about. I really want to find, if we enjoy it tonight, which we did last time we streamed it, I really want to find a proper golf game that accepts more than 4 people. So it's me, Crisp, Larwood and Trent this evening. Well, that's similar to golf with your friends. It's crazy golf, not proper. I want to find a proper golf game that has more than 4 players. There's got to be something out there, surely. So yeah, I think without my incompetence, well, my failure of being able to drive a train, I think this would have done it quicker than the American train. And we arrive at the end of the line. Unlocking doors. That's a, yeah, that's a thing that's happening there. Hello. Good morning. Sorry, mate, good afternoon. It's not morning anymore. You're really getting on the train? Thankfully, I'm not driving it on the return journey. You're safe. There we go, an hour and 13 minutes, so 3 minutes difference. So yeah, without my incompetence at braking, we can quite clearly say that the British train would have beaten the American train, and quite rightly so. Next week then is going to be Cathcart Circle Line. That's going to be next Saturday, which is good, I think, because we can then try the Class 31 and the Class 20 at some point as well. I might just do separate videos for those, actually. Doing the training on them all. I might just do that. So that's going to be next Saturday. So we're ignoring the freight ones. So it'll be Cathcart Circle Line, then East Coast Way, then Great Western Express, then Harlem, and then these ones. We won't do the Isle of Wight, we've just done that. We're not going to do the LGV one because we're just not. London Commuter, London Underground. Interesting, taking the 166 on the London Underground. That's going to be a challenge. And then onwards down. So there we go. So more Train Sim World 3 next Saturday. More trains, though, on Wednesday night, where I might do Marsdenshire again. Mario Golf is only 4-player too. Damn it. I've got Mario Kart on something. On the Wii U. That's no good. Never played it. Still in its plastic. Anyway, so yeah, more trains on Wednesday. Next stream, though, is going to be back in about 4 hours' time with some golf. The Golf Club 2019 featuring PGA Tour. So slightly chilled golf game. And then back tomorrow afternoon with some farming on our multiplayer farm. And then back on Tuesday with some multiplayer construction sim. Last week we dug a hole. This week we're moving on to building a house. That's going to go well. So thanks to you lot in chat then for keeping me company for the last pretty much 3 hours. And to these people as well. So to Crispy, Larwood, Nightbot for doing no moderation at all. Thank you very much. To Divergentus, Mohawk, and I don't know, Be Friendly. Thanks so much for the follows. I'm sure I only got one of those as notifications, but there we go. Anyway, yes, thank you to you lot. I will be back then with 3 idiots this evening to play with our balls. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.